done a video a couple months back here about E1 and Tion Wayne's situation where E1 was complaining about Tion Wayne paying him only 20 bags for a verse on a song. That song's got 155 million views to this day. So he was saying that he didn't get enough money. I'm not gonna go back and bring up them clips here. You can go and watch my other video instead. If not, go and do your research on the internet, yeah. But A1 wait there, let me get to the song first. This is the song, yeah. This is the song. I'm not gonna play the music because I'm gonna get copyright flag, but this is E1, this is his verse, yeah. You're not gonna hear it, but this was I'm just showing you his little clip on why he's rapping. I don't know. I don't even know if that was 16 bars. Obviously, go and listen to the tune. Go and check it out. Tion Wayne, Ross Millions, Body Remix, yeah? Look, you can see down the bottom, it's on 155 million views. This was 4 years ago. So now E1, yeah, E1 got paid 20K for a feature on that song. E1 was probably, look, they got Fabio Foreign, they got a few men on there. E1 was probably the second or the least most important person on that song, by the way, and he got 20K for a verse. To this day, E1 still hasn't got that 20K for a verse. He still hasn't seen that kind of money for a verse. He's probably not got that kind of money from a project. I'm sure he got a little deal. I'm not 100%, yeah. But it's 4 years gone now, and he's still not at the level where you thought he would be, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But this is probably his biggest look. This has to be his biggest look in his career anyway. So he done a video with Tate Risk. Shout out Tate Risk and Prosper. Conversations with a risk taker. Go and look that up. Conversations with a risk taker. E1. He breaks it down perfectly there, yeah. So he done an interview talking about how he weren't happy, how much he got paid for that tune and whatnot. And you know one thing I like about Armani, who the conversations with a risk taker, he don't just sit there and listen to what man say when he interviews them. You know, he challenges them. That's what I rate about him. He'll challenge them. He'll be like, "But wait, there, didn't you get this? Did you?" He don't just sit there and go, "Yeah, yeah, cool, cool, cool." You know what I'm saying? He gives his opinion and he keeps it real. That's why I rate my man. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of people that move like Armani when it comes to situations like that. He's not holding his mouth back. That and they're the real ones. You get me? When I'm start doing interviews, I'm gonna be like that as well. I'm gonna be like, yo, but I'm gonna try and make people look at every angle and all that as well, man, because I rate that. But yeah, so obviously Armani conversations with a risk taker. He's done an interview with A1 from the Nine now. A1 from the Nine is from the same hood as E1 and Tion Wayne, and A1 is agreeing with E1 saying that 20 bags weren't enough for the verse. So we're gonna get into what he's saying about it now.
So you're saying that E1 was right for what he was saying in the thing? That the whole internet thought he was wrong?
Cool. See the internet's filled with
But that's what I'm saying. The whole internet agreed. I'm gonna give my opinion after, but the whole internet disagreed with E1 and agreed with Tion Wayne. But let's hear what A1's got to say about this whole situation.
people with sheep.
Nah, I'm not a sheep, bro. I'm not a sheep. I think he was wrong.
Cool. That everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you the facts.
This is why I rate Armani. You get me? Because like he's telling his truth. Yo, I think it was wrong. I agree as well, but I'm gonna break it down in a bit.
Fucking opinion. Tell you the facts. My man, Tion tries to portray, like he tries to copy what Heady One's got going on. He tries, like the whole idea of getting a youth that's on a train saying and putting him on and paying for the videos and so he can look like I'm an OG, these are my young G's. But let me tell you what an OG does. On a quick thing, what OGs do for their young G's, yeah? They put them on. Do you understand? I'm not
Which
Tion.
you tried to do.
He didn't try to put him on. I'm not Tion's young G. Listen, bro, I'm not...
Paying for a man's video.
Let me land. I'm not Tion's young G. I'm not Tion's young G, so I don't like... Let me just make this clear, because people try to paint it like, I'm going to try to paint a picture. Oh, I'm not hating. I don't want nothing from this nigga. I don't... I keep doubling down on that, because I want niggas to get that in their head. I want to make it by myself. I don't want to be no one's bitch. I don't wear skirts. But these man there wear skirts. But if you're going to make man wear skirts, yeah, for you, and say, yeah, they're my young G's, I provide, do it the real way, bro. Don't do it the fake thing. Like, what Heady done was, he put these man on, he's getting in label rooms, and he's trying to spread the fucking success and trying to put other niggas on. You're not trying to do that.
I respect that.
You're trying to rob niggas. Let me see why you're trying to do that, bro. Because you're telling me, you put me on that body song, yeah? And at first I thought, why did you take me off it? Like, that's bare wrong. Like. But then when I see what you done with E1, it all added up. It all made sense.
So he's just said he was supposed to be on that body remix as well, but for some reason they took his verse off. You get me? But yeah.
E1 ain't got a smart IQ, he's a fool. He'd sign anything. That's what you did. You put a document in front of him which said, hey, hand over the royalties for a body remix, and here, take 20K. Now, if A1's verse didn't get taken off the song, and you tried to offer me 20K for royalties to the song, I'd laugh in your face.
Why?
Because you think I'm getting just 20... Bro, do you know how much money you would have made if you kept the royalties for your verse to a song that's got over 100 million fucking streams?
Yes, I understand, but it's about opportunity,
Opportunity. Your opportunity... You think E1's super talented? You think he's going to go somewhere in life? No offense.
E1's decent.
He's aight. Cool.
E1's all right.
My man's most viral moment come from getting rubbed out. Anytime the guy takes an L, he's like, yeah, this is my viral moment. That's embarrassing. I wouldn't do that. That's some clown-ass behavior. That's not marketing.
E1's got big streams, bro.
Yes. I got kidnapped. I put it in my video. I made a music video. It marketed well. Like, what kind of victim-ass marketing is that?
Nah,
but let me land.
Nah, bro, wait, pause. Before you say this, bro.
Go on.
I like E1's tunes. There's like 3-4 E1 tunes I like. This ain't based off marketing. I like the song.
In my opinion, dude, like, you sound like you can barely rap, but cool. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, innit? Like, but what I feel like what Tion done is he's smart, innit? He sat there with his niggas and said, yo, if we put A on this tune and it does the numbers it's gonna do, bro, A's not gonna sign that paper and we back it out. A has the type of IQ where he'll actually read it. He'll actually take the paperwork and go read it and come back to us a week later like, bro, I'm not signing that. Why am I gonna take 20K when these royalties, according to my estimates, are saying that over the next 2 years, I should be seeing well over 100.
You don't know what it was gonna do, blood. Bro. You don't know the song was gonna blow like that.
Bro, it was guaranteed. You know why? Anyone that he put on it would have guaranteed blow. Anyone he put on it would have guaranteed. He didn't need to put E1 on it, so he did him a favour. But if you're gonna do him a favour,
you can't name everyone on that song. You can't. Which therefore means it never made everyone blow.
It's not that.
I forgot Bugsy was on the song. He's a big dog in this thing.
It's not that. What is that? Like, what is this? Yeah. You see that song? It bust Ardy.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So why, like, you know what I'm trying to say, type of shit, like that song, it bust Ardy, like. So in a way, it's like you're letting a man from, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, Brighton, you know what I'm saying, come down to the hood and secure the bag, but you're not even allowing man from your own hood that you're trying to portray this image. Like, think about it. If you're trying to copy, but listen,
RD never got paid.
I'm not saying he got paid.
So there we go.
I'm not saying he got.
See, RD, the white boy who was on the track, didn't even get paid for the song. And you get me? And E1 got paid 20 bags. That's enough there. You get the gist of what he's saying there and all that. He's saying, yo, if I was E1, I would not have signed a contract. I would have seen more than 20 bags over 2 years, whatnot. I would have had royalties to the song, boom, bam, all of that. Cool. Then we're going to get into, obviously, made you think, must have watched this interview as well, and he gives his opinion on it. We're going to get into that, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
One interview on Take Risk right now, and he was talking about, sorry, not A1, sorry, A1. Yeah, A1 from the 9. I've watched the interview, and he's like, and he was talking about Tion Wayne finessing E1 on a body by giving him 20 bag on a song that's gone on to do hundreds of million streams, right? And I feel like these kind of things are unfair, and I feel like it's important to educate people, because I feel like people just see the end number and then think someone got finesse. Right? So you got to remember, first and foremost, a body remix, there's about 9 artists on the body remix. On the remix, there's like 9 artists. and a lot of the artists on there are bigger than E1, respectfully. So Tion Wayne giving the 20 bag up front capital, that's up front regardless of what he does. Tion Wayne doesn't know at this point the song's going to go and do 300 million streams, you get it? Let's just say even he thinks he's going to do 100 million streams, right? Let's just say he guesses that, you know what, this song's it's big. It's going to do about 100 million streams. Wad, you got to remember Atlantic, they're in partnership with Atlantic. Atlantic might take, so let's just say Atlantic, the license to Atlantic have done a 50-50 deal. And this is not, I don't know this for facts, but let's just say for guessing game. 100 million streams on Spotify, let's just say, it's 4 bag streets, it's 400K. So let's just say they made 400K out of that. You've got nine artists on the song, yeah? And then on top of that, you got big artists on the song. So certain artists like Bugsy Malone, you got Darko on the song, you got Fabio Foreign, you got Russ, you got Ardy. These are big artists. I think obviously Ardy became big after that, but the other ones are big artists already at this point. They might now negotiate a different fee on the royalties. They might ask for a bigger chunk. So E1 might not be left with a lot. Do you get it? But Tion Wayne's probably was given the money and the opportunity. Sometimes people have to understand. So for example, you see Drake, when you're dealing with big artists, yeah, like a Drake, for example, I'm hearing Drake to do songs with Drake and a feature with Drake. He's taking 95% back on the back end, bro. But people are cool to do it because the song's going to do so big and it's Drake and the opportunity and all of that. People accept it. So sometimes we're too quick to say, oh, this one finessed us, that one finessed us. But again, look at put Tion from Tion's position. If he's estimated 100 million streams, I'm saying obviously the song's going on to do way bigger. But at that moment, he's thinking, all right, cool, 100 million streams. He's got 9 artists on it, yeah? And then you don't know what he's negotiating. Bugsy Malone's not going to ask for something small in the royalties, bro. Respectfully. Darko's not going to, like, these are artists that know, like, they're seasoned, they're big, they know the emotions they've got. So they're going to ask for something that makes sense for them on the royalty. He's going to prioritize them over E1. He's looking at probably the situation of the E1. I'm putting someone else from our block. But in terms of the business, he's going to prioritize the artist that's going to give him the motion that he needs. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not always a finesse, bro. Sometimes it's the opportunity you have to be grateful for. Do you get what I'm saying? Because, and then you have to understand, you have to look at the whole picture. Bugsy's going to ask for something. Fabio's going to ask something. So let's just say, for example, in his head, he's estimated, yeah, he's going to do 100 million streams. That's 400 bags. Atlantic, let's just say Atlantic takes 50%. Boom, so you're left with 200 bags. Now you've got to split 200 bags of royalties with, let's just say 9 men. But everyone wants different percentage. Certain men are going to ask for a bigger percentage because they know what they bring to the song. Do you get it? So say if Bugsy says, I want this. Russ says, I want this. Darko says, I want that. So you're going to boom, then he might be a thing where, oh, you know what, E1 can't even eat anything much off the royalties. I remember, and we haven't even spoken about the producer, if they don't own the full song, the rights. So it's like, people don't look at the thing in totality. So they might be quick to say, and then if you, let's just say you break down 200 bags between all them, man, the splits, then what we're talking. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when men are saying, oh, he's only paid him 20 bags and then it's gone, the song's done 100, obviously the song's done mere, but let's just say the song did it 100 million streams. And they say, oh, my man finessing, but look at the whole picture, bro. I was just watching an E1 interview.
So there's Made You Think, even breaking it down more. And yo, I agree with Made You Think, man. Like, how can man be upset with getting paid 20K for 16 bars? 16 bars, you know? He ain't been paid that 20K. That's probably the most money he's made at one time in his music career. I don't know what he does outside of music. That's probably the most money he's ever made outside his music in his music career. And his biggest look, he's on a tune with 155 million. And you was not even a hot artist to put on there. Like my man said, there was bare other man. Bugsy Malone was on there. Fivio Foreign was on there. Flipping Russ Millions makes that tune as well. Bear in mind, them man have probably got deals, so that song don't even probably belong to Tion Wayne, you know. He probably just gets royalties off it, but that publishing and that, he probably don't even own the publishing on that song. I doubt he does. I think his label owns that tune. That's not a tune that he just put out himself. And all the money just belongs to him. No way. And my man's patting you for 20K. A man, I've took it like, yo, I've been finessed. That's crazy. This is like Tion Wayne is in a position right now. It'd be damned if he does and damned if he don't. Regardless, you just helped a man from your block, put him on, give him 20K, gave him the biggest look of his career, and man still feel away. It's like Tion Wayne's probably sitting back thinking, "Yo, I shouldn't have even. Yo, I might as well have just not done anything then, because man are gonna feel away from me not putting them on. I put man on, and man are still feeling away for putting me on. You can't win. Trust me, you can't win. People always look at things different. A man like me, even at that age, would have looked at that like, yo, he's patting me. He's give me 20K for the thing. I'm going to invest in my music now, and I'm going to crack on from then. He's led me to the water, bro. It's gave me a great look. Yo, big respect to him, but other man take it as, oh, look. You hear how A1 from the 9 was talking, it sounds, come on, man, I ain't gonna lie, it just sounds a bit like that typical hood mentality. My man wants to be the king, he's rare, this and that. You wouldn't, so you're telling me if a man said to you, yeah, okay, you might know the business a bit and say, yo, I'm not signing off for that, I want royalties. So if my man said, nah, you can't get the royalties, my label. You don't know. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what was going on in the background. And because Tion Wayne's so high up and doing this thing, he ain't going to come down to explain what going on. Tion Wayne's probably got a reason why. And like I said, he probably paid my man more than he was supposed to get. He could have got 10K. He could have got 10K, still the biggest. Sometimes it's not even about the money, it's about the look. You come on there, smash your verse, everyone's like, oh, who's that? Because remember how much people, that song, 155 million views, that spread to a massive demographic. Loads of people from everywhere watch that, overseas, everything. They could have heard your verse and goes, yo, this guy is hard, I need to check my man out differently. That's on you to just go forward from there. How was man finessed how was man for 20K? It's just how the way I see it anyway, it's just how you look at it. I'm one of them guys that wouldn't have looked at it like I got finesse. I would have looked at it like it's a good look. But then you got people who think the other way, and this is where you have to kind of look and know who you're dealing with, and kind of just stay dealing with the people that don't look at it that way, because there's man in their feelings against him for doing that, for helping man. And yo, trust me, that's why I'm at that point. Like, I'm at this point now where I'm not really into helping her, because you fall out with people. You can fall out with people in this life for helping them. And you probably look how A1 was looking at that whole situation, like, yo, Tion probably sat down and thought, yo, I can't have A1, yeah, on this thing, because he'll actually read the paperwork. Like, there's people, Tion Wayne could have been looking at that all genuinely like, yo, I'm gonna help this brother. No bad intentions in his mind, but man will still work out how he had bad intentions for it. So it's like, what? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So my man could have probably kept. My man did not need to. If E1 was not on that remix, that song would have still done 155 million, and he could have saved 20 bags. You know what I'm saying? Tion Wayne's probably thinking to himself, yo, bro, I wish I didn't even put my man on and pattern my man now, because either way, the man are going to feel away against me anyway. So why did I waste the 20 bags? Madness. That's not my opinion anyway. But yeah, I agree with Major. Think like, you gotta look at things different ways, or you're not gonna get far in the business. You're not gonna get far. You can't have that street mentality in the industry, bro. You ain't gonna get through the door. Like, that's just like me now getting signed to a label. Imagine I'm getting signed to a label. In the contract, it says, yo, I dropped my first EP, yeah, they give me 100 bags after I drop my EP. I drop my EP, and then and it's in writing, yeah. I drop my EP, my EP comes out, I say, yo, where's my 100 bags? They say, nah, we're not giving it you till your second EP, but it's in my contract that I get it after my first. I can't go in the office and flip the office and just go on all mad with them. I've got to take them to court, blood, because I'm in the industry. You get me? You can't have that road mentality in the industry. That's what I'm trying to say. And man are looking at it like they're getting finessed, like it's some street stuff. Nah, this is business, bro. This is business. But that's how I feel anyway. Let me know how you lot feel anyway. Put it in the comments below. If you're watching this video, subscribe to the channel. Get me to 1,000 subs in it, people. Yeah, man. And take a second to get a video a like. Get me in the algorithm, man. You already know Zed's World.
I done sold all this dope for years just to become a YouTuber. Shit fucked up, y'all.